my name's Fizz, and how y'all doing today and this week? Hopefully you had a great week. I had a pretty good week. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for joining for the ARK Survival building series with me. Hello. So today, I said this week we're gonna do Quetzals. We're gonna do that next week because I forgot that I promised people that I was gonna go over how I built the building right behind me, as well as there was a dev kit video for Wednesday. So sorry. But it's okay. It was an update for DevKit. It wasn't much of an update. So today I'm gonna actually kind of I'm gonna try to explain to you how I made this. Whew. Oh, yeah. It's a little difficult to explain because it took me days to make this. I'm not even joking. Days, because I had to gather all the resources up at the northern, bring it all back, and start building this. So I'll go over the basic. So what I started with of the event building is I looked at the old one, which is over there, if you don't remember, the old event building that we used for Thanksgiving. Go check out the Turkey Terra Thanksgiving cook-off building video, because that one shows off more of that building. I went off of that design, basically, and I explained how I did that, but I laid out a huge area. I think I laid out by, like, 50 by 50 radius. Oh, no. It was, like, 40 by 40 radius of just this. So, all I did was I found where I wanted my starting point for this building, and I started in this corner right here. Where was it, actually? I think it was right here. This one of these blocks right here. And I started with just placing these foundations down just to get a rough estimate of how big the building was, and I did count out that each one of these was like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or no, it's 4 all the way around because it slants that way. So I had to get a huge area radius. So I started off with that, and then I realized that this ground area over here is not flat at all, and I do some cheating, and I actually extend this out with ceilings. As you can tell, I extended out one more with ceilings because I needed that extra length, but I had it with the walls, which is fine. The walls hide it pretty much all the way, except for, like, you know, right here, because the game, I don't know why, doesn't allow you to put ceilings there. Well, it allows you to put ceilings there and other stuff. But anyways, so I extended it with ceilings, with the walls all the way around, like so. And I think I actually oh, no, I put the fence foundations, yeah. I think, wait, did I? Now I'm trying to remember. And the game freezes. I'm trying to remember, did I put the fence foundations up, or did I put them down? Like, did I put them, like... Okay, I did put them. Okay, so I did put fence foundations down. Oh, excuse me. I put fence foundations all the way around on the corners of the edges. And I put, basically, my little technique that I've been doing is putting the wooden pillars down in between that, and then you put the stone walls on top of that. Now, this whole building was going to just be this big, this whole middle area, and after I laid down all of the foundations, there's a wall here as well and stuff, I was like, we could make this different. So I spent the time thinking about what I wanted to do to make it different, and I realized, I looked at World of Warcraft building, I'll put it up on the screen, and it's called the Argent Crusader tournament building, or something like that, and I was like, I can make it kind of look like that. So I went off the design of that, having these outer rooms going out this way and the other way. And I was like, oh, that looks a lot nicer. And then, so I put out the stone foundations all the way to as far as I could go. I started with this side first because this side has the hill right here. Hilly top. Also, there's a lot of rocks now. And then I counted how many I went this way. See, originally it was going to go there. Oh, so tired today. But I started going over here, counting, so it's both, each side's equal. So then, after I got the whole base foundation done, I looked at the building, and I'm like, this is a pretty big area. So, I started out laying out 4 fence foundations, again, in the front right here. But before I did that, I actually laid out these 4 ceilings because I realized I might want to put something in the front, which I did. I actually put this whole entrance area. This was like one of the last things I made was the entrance area. I put these 4 ceilings down because it kind of glitches out with the dino doors. When you put dino doors out, sometimes you can't actually put ceilings anywhere around them. So it was a pain in the butt, but I got that done. Oh, hello. Oh, I remember. Okay, that was a mod video. Oops. I shot one of the fireballs at this wall and it broke it. Oops. But anyway, so I did my technique, putting all the dino doors all the way around in a circle, and I had to solve the issue right here where some of these were not snapping properly. But all I did was I just said screw it, and I snapped them to the actual wall itself right there with the ceilings. Just it helped a lot better. But the only thing is that like right here is really, it's kind of weird. Like, cause one of these, like, see how this is? Like the wall's like that, and then this side is like a little bit different. It's a little bit different, not really much. It looks like, alright, yeah, right here. This is what I mean. Like, there's this big hole right here. I have no idea why that was like that. Like, this side's fine, and the other side's not. I don't really care that much. I got the building done, so that's all that matters to me. But then I finished laying out all the dino doors in the pattern that you see now, with all the first level, you'd say, and then I looked at my palette of what I wanted to make the building look like. So I was like, well, we could just do stone again, or we could do metal, or we could do wood. And this was a big decision because if I wanted to metal, I would have to go back up to the mountain, go smelt all the metal, make metal walls. And I was like, that's inefficient. So I didn't have that many stone walls left at the time, and I had like 300 something wooden walls. So I decided to use wood, but you could use anything you want. And if you're going to build this, I would love to see a picture, because I would love to see how much you screwed up. No, just kidding. It's very complicated. Very complicated. I would say it's literally one of the most complicated buildings in the game, because I have not seen anyone else build something this complicated with different shapes and intersecting things in the game. So I'm going to say this right now. If you can find anything else more complicated than this building right here, I would love to see it. But this has way too many intersects. This thing causes so much lag when you try to build stuff. Just like my wall. If you've seen my survival series, I was at a point where I was trying to place just a wall down or something, and I would lag. All my frames would drop because of how many intersections there are with that one entire building. Because the game is not optimized to have too many intersects with buildings. And I'm talking about intersects. I'm talking about something like this right here. This should not happen. This wooden roof should not intersect with this. That is called an intersect in the game. As well as, see how this right here, this wooden wall should not be intersecting with this dino door. That also causes a humongous amount of lag. This right here, all this should not be in the game. Right here, all these crosses of the intersecting ceilings, this causes a lot more lag. So you see, I'm actually breaking the game, but I'm also making amazing buildings. Sooner or later they will optimize it, so it's fine. But for now, I caution when you build like me, because it does cause a lot of lags when you have too many intersects in one building. It's kind of actually funny. But anyways, what was I going over? Oh yes. So I decided wooden walls. So I started laying out all the wooden walls, and this building was actually just going to be one tall. And then after I laid out all the wooden walls, I realized I go back to the old building, the one that's over there. I'm like, this is kind of small inside. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make it too tall. So went back to the stone mountain, back to my base, and I extended it out with dino doors. Now, keep in mind, this was like 2 or 3 days of working on this constantly and doing videos for you guys, and you guys didn't even notice. You guys didn't even notice. I don't know. I think actually it was 2 days of the weekend I worked on it. That's why. Um, so I extended it out, dino doors up here, but this is the thing. This is where I decided that I should stop. I actually put these two down, and then I realized, maybe I can extend something out on the middle area, which is these right here, these areas, and this, because I already had these four, as before I said. These are already here, so I was like, I'm probably going to make a deck or something here. So, my thought process is, I actually put, are these stone or wood? They're stone. Okay, so I put stone foundations here, as well as I did the roofing part with this right here of wood. So this whole thing was done as well at the same time. So I knew that this was going to be closed off. This was going to have some sort of like, I didn't know what I was doing right at the moment, but I just put ceilings there. And then I couldn't. So here's the dilemma. I did that for all the sides, right? And I actually started building these up, which is basically very simple. Very simple. It's just the stone, slants there, wood, stone wall, slants there. And I actually had all these. I had these done before I did these corner parts. Actually, I did them at the same time, basically, really. And I put the, let's see, I did the stone wall. Then I did ceilings across, and then I put the other stone walls because I didn't want to have it like slant. I wanted to like up first, then slant it over, like so. And this side I just put stone walls all the way up because I didn't care anymore. But yeah, so that's how I built that. And then I looked over here, and I realized that it looks kind of boring. So I added another stone ceiling right here with some, or no, two stone ceilings right there. Then I added 2 stone slants for the 2 roofs. And then I added just ceilings, and then I added 2 more roofs to add that kind of design. And it looks kind of good, in my opinion. I don't know. I like it. But anyway, so back to the front area. So this was a very, very, very annoying process because I have, so here's the problem right now, right? Right now, it's this. 2 big gaping holes right here, right? And there's no way to actually get wooden walls up there, and that was the dilemma. So that's why I worked on all the other things, and then when I came back to the front, I was like, oh, there's nothing that can hold these walls up. So I looked back at what I did earlier. As you can tell, I referenced these four ceilings helped me a lot. I'll tell you that, because they remind me about what I needed to do in the later on process, as well as they remind me that I need to make a deck here. So I started making the deck. This deck was huge, actually. This deck actually went all the way to the tree for first. It was just like a wooden deck, and I was like, no, this is retarded. This is way too big. So I cut it down, and I made it this size with the stone right here. And this is actually a different level. So if we come back down in here, this is the actual same level as that. But the problem is, this is missing right here. And these are missing. And it kind of doesn't work out too well. So I just said screw it as well. Actually, no, this isn't the same level. What am I saying? Yeah, okay. Scratch that. This right here is the same level as the other one. It's way too high. Okay? So, as you know, I have a little technique on how to get lower ones. Lower than the ones previously. So that's why it kind of looks like kind of weird. Like that. So, I then placed out this entire, the stone foundation area for a big, like, deck area. For, like, I don't know. Like, how would you say it? Parking. A parking area for your dinos for the event building. I don't know. Something like that sort. So, after I did that, I kind of had the design of just a big square deck. It was like, and it didn't even have any of those out things either. And I said I need a pillar or some sort to get up to that level where these ceilings are, so I can add these wooden walls up here, because I really need the wooden walls, because obviously if you have the event building, all of it's all wooden all the way around, but then you have the front area and it's just like big gaping holes. It's like, you can't have that. So I started thinking of kind of pillars. So I started with pillars, actual pillars. That's why there's a pillar right here. I just wanted all the way up to where I wanted to go, and then I went over, and it was not even the same level. So I was like, all right, that's not gonna work. Destroyed the rest of it, and then I was like, well, we could just do simple square, just regular walls. It could work. So I started going all the way up, boop, 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 and I went the ceilings all the way across, and the ceilings are able to hold up because of the foundations that we have, as well as this foundation, this pillar. So there was no problem with that holding it up. So when I got to here, this is where I went across like so, and I went back this way, and then I made the whole bottom roof area like so, and then I left it. I left it here because I was like, alright, I need to get to the whole building done first. So then, after I got that done, I put these dino doors back here, and I put them all the way around again. All the way around. Like so, because I think I broke it, so I had to replace... I placed them in the beginning, but then I had to replace them because they kind of broke. I just realized these artifacts are blinking. It's alive! It's alive! No, it's not. Alright, sorry. Phone call. Real quick. That cut. Hopefully you're enjoying this, because there's a lot explaining to do. That's why, I'm pretty sure this is why I haven't even done this video yet, on how to make this building. But hopefully you get, hopefully you understand what I'm doing. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. I put all the dino doors all the way back around. Now, to do this, I actually had to make a structure inside here to get up to this kind of level. And I built it over here, and I had to look, because this was actually really difficult to do, because as you can tell, these actually are all off by a little bit, and I don't know why they're off, but they all are, and this is the closest I could get to actually making it, like, perfect. Now, that one's just really off. I don't know what happened. It's just, they're all off, except for these two. No idea. No idea. But anyways, I got the dino doors placed here, and I was like, well, this wooden wall, this stone ceiling is here, so I placed all the wooden walls up and all the way around. And then I went back to the old building when I'm lagging, because the game loves to lag. It couldn't lag when I had to pause real quick. I went back to the old building, and I went to look at the roof. And the roof is very nice there. I don't really like this roof, but I was on a short time frame to get this done. So, I had to finish it. And I just didn't have time to make the roof very pretty. You don't even see it unless you look up right now at it. It's the only time you get to see the roof. But anyways, so the roof was a little bit difficult, because we have a little problem on these. I don't know why, but there's this big gap right here on both sides. I solved it on this side somehow. I don't remember how I did that, but I solved it on this side, and I didn't solve it on the other side. But anyway, so I looked at the roof, and there was this big gap area that I did on the other one, as well as these other areas over here, and I was like, I like the gap, but I think I want to do it differently, which I actually shouldn't have, because I really don't like this roof. I actually should have done it the other way, because the roof would have turned out to be a lot... The ceiling. I keep calling it the roof. The ceiling would have turned out to be a lot better. And I put these here anyways. Like, I screwed up the whole thing anyways. It's fine. It's fine. So, I started off with placing the ceilings as usual. I put the corner one... I put basically all the way around. All the way around the ceiling. So, we do these ceilings like so. Then you do... those ceilings, and then you do all the way around until you're at a point where you want to start, like, kind of designing it. So, I started putting the wooden walls... Oh, no, actually, no, I didn't. I extended the two flat parts, so this one and the other side right here, I extended the ceilings out all the way to here, and I'm like, alright, I want still the middle thing. So, I put the middle thing in, like, this kind of looks like a support beam, kind of. And I realized I could do maybe like, I just realized that these are completely different. Oh no, they're not. Wait, why does this look so different? Never mind, they don't look different. I'm just hallucinating. It's been a long week. I put, are these ramps or ceilings? No, these are definitely ceilings. Yeah, those are ceilings. I put the wooden walls there, and I tried to close off this as best as I could, and obviously I did not do a good job because it looks like crap. And basically, there's just like ceilings everywhere, which way not. So that looks garbage. Um, but this way looks even more garbage, actually. But anyways, so after I did all that, ceilings wise, got up top, and this is the big decision because capping a hexagon octagon building is a little it's a little hard because of how this game mechanics works, as well as just in general because of intersecting and stuff. But since we placed sailings going this way, that way, not, so it wasn't actually too bad. So I first started off with my front end, which is this one right here. I put the stone slants here, stone slants there, and I basically put, that's actually really weird. That's actually really weird. I just noticed that. Why is that like that? I don't even know. This building is really hard and complicated, but I might make we might do an actual building episode of it, but it'll take a long time. It's a huge progress, and I really don't want to build it again. But anyway, so I put all the stone slants on each end, as like so, on each one, and I just put the wooden roofs on each one as well to see what we were at. And I noticed that these, I could actually put stone walls on the middle one. So there's a stone wall going that way, there's one on the other side, and there should be one on this side. Like so, yep. And I noticed you could put stone walls on here, so I did that as well. Put another one over here. And then I realized I could just cap it right off because there's no need to extend up another one because I felt like I wanted to do another tower thing. So I capped this one as well, and this one's not too bad actually. I took my time and I actually fixed this one. So it's a very good cap indeed on this one. Meaning I didn't screw up on the roofing process because I only did, all of it is straight except for the corner ones. There's basically just two like slanted ceilings like you can see right there. There's a little hole right there, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me that much. No one's up here anyways. And so I had, at this point, we had both, this is done, that's done, that is done, this is done. This right here is not done yet, which would actually bite me in the ass later, basically, literally. So I look at it, it's a very flat roof, and I was like, oh man, we could just do something much better than this. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, well, the other building has like sort of a top thing. Let's try it. So, started placing the fence foundation. Now, the problem with this is, if you look down here, these are sticking out. That's the way I solved this on the other one, is I actually had this part was actually up one more, so that way when I place the fence foundation, there's actually be hidden underneath, because there would be walls or ceilings there. So I kind of screwed up there, but I actually had no time, because it was literally a couple, like it was like just hours before we were about to record. So I said screw it, I don't know what to do. So I literally just put it down, boom, put it down, put all the, it's not even centered actually, even. It's not even centered. Not even closely centered. But it hides. It still looks good in the front. That's all that matters. So I put the dino doors down like so, and then I put the fence foundation as usual, and then I put all the wooden walls all the way up, and I realized that it was way, way, way too small back here. I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. And I forgot to mention this. I actually screwed up here. I actually forgot to put ceilings here, so I couldn't even do this back part. But I didn't really care that much because it was just us on the server, and this is the time when like most people they're actually stopping to play, so it didn't really matter that much. But anyways, so then I got to the top, and then I capped it. Basically, that's it. That's all that happened. This cap is probably the best one out of all of them. Moving on. So we're back down here. I did not finish this yet. Right now, I have one pillar done, and I had it all the way up with all the ceilings. All the ceilings are in their places as they are, although this ceiling was all the way across, like so. And I started laying out the other pillar and stuff, and I started laying out stuff, and I was like, oh, this is very, very, very flat. And I was like, how can we fix this? Well, I got rid of these two ceilings right here. I pushed it back, and then I extended it up one, and then I saw that I could actually I had these over there. See how I have the slants right there? Like that. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do it right over here. So I did that as well, which I put the slants here, which is wooden roofs inside, and I capped it off, and it looks really nice like that. So the whole front part right here, this whole front face is done. Now the tricky part was this wooden wall, this whole area. Well, this was the pain in the butt. So I started extending all these out. This whole front one was done already. And I extended this one out, and I had a problem with collision of this, right? Oh boy, collision in this game is horrible. And I was like, alright, that sucks. So I go over here, collision problem on that one. I was like, oh, that's great. I go back up here, there's no collision problem. Alright, put that there. Go over here, collision. Oh, okay, why is that a problem? So I actually had to, this is pain, I actually had to destroy this entire front wall and this ceiling area just to put this roofing, because I did not do it earlier. And then I was able to put the dino doors back, as well as wooden roofs. Oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass. It was so annoying, because there was no time to spare, and I just wasted all this material and the time, because I had to redo all of it, just to put this front roof down. Which is fine. So I left a hole up here on this one, I think. Or it was one of these. One of these, so I can get up here later to get the wiring done. Which I have the wiring all done. Which is actually no more gas, it looks like. Oh no, the game's just bugged out. Doesn't matter. Alright, so. But that is the entire outside build of the event building. Which took a long time. It was such a project. And the next part was the inside. So we had the inside of the old one. The old one was very nice. I really enjoyed it. But there was a problem with the seating area and the spectate. So it wasn't much of a how would you say, viewing area, and it was hard to look at with the judges. So I thought about what we wanted to do for the Winter Bake Off video. And someone suggested in the comments of the last one, why don't you do like a cook-off arena style, or a Top Chef thing, which I guess they do like you have to go do stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of cool, but that's my friends were probably not going to care for that. So I decided, let's do a battle royale cooking off. So each person has their own little laid out area, like so, and basically all I did was the ceilings connected, the walls connected to each one of these ceiling pads. Is basically all that happens. It's literally, that's it. And then I just put another ceilings on top of that, and then I put ramps everywhere, and then I put the metal railings there as well. So I had this a whole thing laid out area. I was like, well, where are we gonna put the fridges? So I just put the fridges there for now. I was like, oh, that's kind of boring. So then I started building out this middle area, which is basically just the the stone walls placed down like so. Nothing fancy, nothing tricky, and I basically just started extending it up. I put this area, and then I was like, oh, we could do seating here. So then I finished this off. I put some benches, some railings, some of these, some ramps, and I then extended this way out, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So I put some more benches up here, and then I extended even more, put some more walls, and then I capped it off with some ceilings. I was like, well, now we have this big top area. Where are we gonna put that? Then I realized, why don't we do a battle royale punching people, but if you kill them, you get negative points and stuff, and you could jump to platforms and stuff. So I built this area. This looked really different. I had like one like having ladders, and then the other one was like some sort of like weird jump up thing. But then I was like, no, let's just do wooden ramps down. Then we'll put a ceiling with a pillar like so. There was a box here. It must have blown up with the me being stupid the other day. Let's see. This side must have one. Yeah, there it is. So you jump up on the box, you jump up here, you run up here, up to the top, and then you have a choice between getting easy food, which is these two, or you can get the harder food, which is there. And I put basically, these are just skywalks. Are these called skywalks? Catwalks. And I basically put them, boop, 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 and you can jump on every single one. There was actually going to be one over here because you can jump from this one to the fireplace to this, and you could actually jump from that fireplace to that over there and whatnot, but it was too complicated already. And plus, if you fell back behind here, it's kind of like stupid because it's kind of difficult and stuff. So I just left it at those two harder ones there, and then I basically finished it off with some details, with some flags that look like Mexico and Italy and stuff, as well as I did the corner rooms, which I really enjoy these corner rooms because they're very like it has a feel of like everything in the game. It just has like a nice little table, a mortar and pestle, some chairs, a war map. You got a ballista. You got a one of these auto turrets. There was a drums here. Someone broke it. And then you have like the whole kitchen area and stuff, and like just an extra flag, a refrigerator. This refrigerator had all the eggs. It still has all the eggs in it. And then over here was like completely different, absolutely different. We had one of our extra spider flags that we killed the brood mother with. We had, just a furnace, anvil, beds, another war map and stuff in, some cages. This is like right before the cages came out. Oh no, this was right during the cages came out. There was a plant species X, but I forgot to water it, hence why it's dead. And yeah, so basically I just want to, give some atmosphere for the side rooms, make like a big event building. And I was planning to, if we had the server up longer, this event building would have been used for other stuff. So I was, planning to get rid of most of the inner stuff and whatnot and switch it out for like others, anything else we were going to do in the server. But, Survival Series is over and the game freezes again because the game loves me to freeze during this thing. But the Survival Series ended and we moved on to the Building Series, which you guys absolutely are freaking amazingly loved with. You guys give more likes, more comments, and more views on that than my entire Survival Series in general. So I'm very grateful for all of you, and I wanted to say that we have hit 2K subscribers as well, and I love you all dearly so much for that. But anyways, guys, I have rambled and talked so much in this video. My throat is killing me now. Hopefully, guys, you understand how difficult it is to build something this scale and very well detailed, and it's just it's amazing. This game will be evolving into something greater than it is right now, and hopefully in the near future we'll be able to have different building blocks and different ways of styles of building an ARK. And also, this freaking game is freaking buggy. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, guys, hopefully I helped you out a lot on how to build something of this scale. We talked it through and I gave you some examples, and hopefully I made sense. That's all I hope for. And we hit 2K subscribers this week, and I'm very grateful for it. So anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and tell me, guys, what else you want me to build or explain in ARK Survival Evolved Building Series with GG Fizz. My name is GG Fizz, and I hopefully you had a great week, and hopefully you had a great video watching. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Until next week. See ya.